Hey, this is Stefan. I wanted to give you a quick heads up. There's a little bit of, I say a little bit, there's quite a bit of a clipping noise that goes through this episode. So I wanted to warn you before listening that even though there's a lot of great information and we talk about a lot of stuff, there is a bit of problems with the sound. So just before you listen to it, just give it a shot. It's just a little bit of clipping in the voices, but it's still you can still understand what we're saying. So I hope you enjoyed this. We really enjoyed recording it. That's why we ended up releasing it, even though we questioned the audio quality. But yeah, enjoy our trip to Beer Ditch once again, and Prost.
Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
And we're back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend.
We are.
What's on Tap podcast? Stefan.
Matthias.
Bringing it to you the real for the Flipboat Squad.
I have no idea what you just said.
I know. It's before your time.
Ah, thank you,
You're
Grandpa.
Yep. It's a 90s reference. So I'm not surprised you know.
So I should be fine.
Yeah, you should be fine. Okay, so we are back at Nerd Brewing. We are back at Beer Ditch. In fact, we never left.
Well, we never left, yeah.
We took a break. We had some burgers, and we both, like I said, had the blue cheese bacon burger. Quite tasty. The buns they use are rubbish. I like a burger that I can pick with my hands and eat. And in typical Swedish fashion, you got a knife and fork this bitch, and I do not appreciate that in a hamburger.
You're so American.
I know. I want to be able to eat things with my hands. That's the way America lives, by our hands.
Because you didn't invent cutlery.
It's unnecessary. We got God's cutlery. Love your fingers. I don't mind need to be subjugated by your European fancy flatware. I'll be able to use my hands and eat certain objects. Hot dogs, hamburgers, pizza.
Churros.
All finger foods. They're not required.
They're all hand food.
They're all hand foods. If you do them right, you should not need forks and knives. No. Sweden's going to put a bunch of shit on all their hamburgers that make no sense. And then you can use a fork and a knife because their little wimpy, pathetic buns don't handle the gratuitous amounts of goo they put on all their hamburgers.
So how do you think Trump managed it with his small hands?
His little baby hands. He has someone feed him. I don't know. Probably. While he's grabbing someone with the pussy,
Can he even reach that far? The small hands?
Well, he has long arms. See, that's the deal. He's got small baby hands.
Oh, and he's got big monkey arms.
Got big monkey arms.
Yes. Sure.
Okay, so episode 7. We're kicking it off to a rousing start. By this time, the election should have taken place. So congratulations on whoever won. Hopefully it was not Trump. For the sake of the world, we hope it's not Trump, but we'll know in episode 8. We'll come back with those results. So stay tuned. Don't check your news feeds. We're going to bring it to you here first. We come for all of your beer and U.S. politics news. Okay.
Your one-stop shop.
Your one-stop shop for beer reviews and U.S. politics news. This episode, we are trying 2 beers, of course. 2 wildly different beers. For some reason, we always tend to go one light and then one blackish or soul. This one is Monkish Olivia and the Stronzo Coffee Badger.
Oh, yeah.
Monkish. You want to take Monkish for us? You want to tell us all about Monkish?
Well, it's
Since you are
American brewery.
All up in their business.
All up in their business, yeah. Well, I mean, the most I've seen about Monkish so far is their, on the different kind of trading groups and stuff like that, they always have tons of Monkish canned IPAs, which are supposed to be absolutely amazing. I've never had any of them.
Which we never get over here.
No, exactly. We're never going to get them as fresh as they need to be. So this time we opted for a sour ale from Monkish.
Okay. I give you that if you bottle or can something and it is technically like in a vacuum pressurized bottle. So the freshness should be able to maintain long enough for it to ship from California,
which is the new name for that state.
Yeah, it's California.
It's after the election now, so yeah, that's what they renamed it.
They had to. It was a Trump mandate. So from California to get to Sweden. So even if they ship it, say by the slowest method possible, it can still be here within like a month and a half of the bottling date.
I mean, I'm not one to go for the whole freshness craze, really.
Yeah.
I think it's hugely overrated. I mean, of course, there is a certain drop-off date where hops just start to fade. That is regardless of if they're in a vacuum-sealed packaging or not.
Exactly. But
I mean, the chemicals are going to change.
It's going to take longer than, say, 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's going to take a lot longer than that.
So I feel that I appreciate the concept of, it was just released last week.
Yeah.
So it's really fresh. I'm like, I get that. It's going to taste better the first week it's released than, say, the third month it's released.
But not necessarily. I mean, sometimes really, really hoppy beers need like 2 weeks to kind of balance out all those green notes that you get from like heavy dry hopping.
Okay.
So I mean, in my mind, no, fresher is not always better.
Okay. Well, fair enough. I mean,
to a certain extent,
everyone is always raving about, it's so fresh, But yeah, I mean, 2 months out, it's still
going to be a perfectly fine beer.
If the place you're going to has it on tap, and their taps are clean, and they've stored it properly, it's going to taste just as good as it did, the month before. And on cans, again, as long as it's been maintained in a proper containment system, it's going to be fine. 6 months out. I mean, that's not going to be a problem.
Well, now you're pushing it.
Fine, 3 to 4 months out. But almost every IPA can I've seen, if they have a best buy date, it's a year out.
Oh well, that's just because
they need to put a date on something.
Exactly. Well, Sample actually requires a best buy date, right?
Well, I think a lot of places require a best buy date.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're seeing it's pretty common these days to see beers with best buy dates on them.
Oh, well, every single can or bottle, I guess.
Right. So what you're saying is those are just arbitrary dates they just put on the can.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Okay.
I'm going to be just as arbitrary as these dates.
So when Cantillon says the best to drink 20 years, what they really mean is 10.
Or 50.
Or 50? All right. So
you just don't know.
It's just an arbitrary date.
Exactly. In some cases.
Okay.
I think with higher ABV stouts and sour stuff, that's when I think it's more of an arbitrary date. It's like we had to put something on the bottle. We think it might be bad after this date. It's not going to be what we intended it to be, but it's still going to be totally drinkable. It's not going to be. It's probably not going to taste what it tasted like when it was fresh or when it was within the best buy date. It's still going to be totally fine. I mean, there's nothing.
But then things like IPAs or lagers or something like that need to drink closer to the release date.
Yes, for sure. Because I mean, there's beers like a lager at 4.5%. That's just going to drop off a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's basically.
It's not going to hold up. It's not going to stand the test of time.
It will not.
No, and that's the same thing with hops because it's a volatile oil, right? So.
True.
And volatile oils don't care about your vacuum packaged cans, mister.
They should. They should be more respectful of our
I know they should.
cans.
They should totally be because then we would have fresh IPAs all day.
So what do you think is better, can or bottle?
Can for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh good. Glad we agree on that at least.
Exactly. We'll totally agree on
I'm
that.
really surprised that there aren't more canning processes in Sweden. I didn't see that's something crazy that seems to have been taken out here really.
I think canning lines are quite expensive. I mean, I know Brewery is doing it, which I think is totally great because they're doing a lot of hop stuff. So, I mean, a can is always going to be more.
Because you're keeping it out of the light.
Exactly. There's no light permeation. There's no oxygen permeation. I mean, you're going to be, as you said, in a vacuum sealed environment, basically.
Now, why doesn't Sweden have? I really love this invention in the U.S. where the entire top of the can pulls off. When are we getting that? When are we getting that?
You mean the big mouth cans?
Yeah.
Whatever they call it.
You just pull off the entire top of the can.
Yeah.
Instead of you just have the little crack in the.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it, right? So if you pull off the whole top, you creating a lot more surface area, right? So all of those aromas are just going to go, fuck you, Can. I'm out of here.
But you're not drinking that. You're not drinking that beer over hours. You're gonna drink it like within 20 minutes of opening.
It's gonna be like you chugging all your shit down in like 5 seconds.
I'm not saying you're chugging it. I'm not saying you're taking
You're being so American, man.
I'm not shotgunning the beer. I'm just saying that your average person doesn't spend 3 hours drinking a beer. They usually open it and then drink it within like 20 minutes, so that's half an hour. Those notes are not going to dissipate so quickly.
Oh, you never know.
I do know this. Okay, that is not going to happen. And believe me, by the time you get to the bottom of that can, you won't really notice the difference anyway.
It depends on how big the can is and how many cans you had before.
Okay, all right. Anyway, getting on.
We're
not getting any of the Monkish cans over here because apparently we can't get them fresh enough. But we can get the Olivia, and then we had the other Monkish
yes.
Gonna go.
Yes.
There is one more Trinity. Maybe we could split it later.
All right.
What the hell are you drinking? Monkish? Come
Yes.
on. Let me have some.
All right, here you go.
Should I bring a glass?
Bring a glass over. Yeah, we can try some. All right. A friend of ours stopped by to.
Who's a little bit excited.
Well, yeah, he's a little tipsy, but he's very excited about.
Super excited about this shit.
About Monkish.
Oh yeah.
All right. So this is they got everything on this. They're going to read this off the label. There's so much descriptions here. It's 100% Brettanomyces, barrel fermented blonde wild ale with white wine oak filters.
It's aged on fooders.
Yes, a little bit.
Just a little bit. All right.
Thank you.
There you go. Just a dollop, a smidge.
It's not a sour?
Yeah.
Okay, I just came from Trinity.
Exactly. It's going to be a little less sour than that.
So, what do you think of Monkish? Are you a fan of Monkish?
Not as much as others.
Yeah?
Like Niklas, you know him with the Rastafari hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like crazy about Monkish.
Okay.
He put Monkish over beauty food bottles.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I wouldn't do that. But it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good hink ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to trying it.
What are you up to?
Well, so we're recording a podcast.
All right. All right now.
You're on.
Come on. Damn. I'll leave.
That's one of the great things about recording in a public location. Good friends just stop by. Okay, so we've heard really good things about Monkish.
Yes.
Matthias is very excited. It's very hyped. Or is it overhyped?
Ooh.
Because the British ale we had before,
That was way overhyped.
he was way overhyped. It was both. I mean, it's my
That might
first
have been-
experience with Monkish.
It might also have been me overhyping it. for
You
guys.
were all up in his blood. I'll
I know.
give you that.
Which I then realized that I'd already been there before.
All right. And you'd had it before, and you were equally as non-enthused.
Yes.
Okay, so what are you expecting from this?
Well, I'm hoping for, since it's a sour ale, I'm hoping for it to be, I mean, of course, sour.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping for some of those nice white wine notes, because I think that really complements the sour ale
Well,
really
it looks and smells like a Chardonnay. I mean,
Yes.
I'm expecting it to have very oaky notes, sour, a little sweetness, very wineish kind of notes to it.
Yeah.
It smells so much like
Smells
wine.
great.
Very, very grapey. There's very little carbonation in this, so it kind of, I mean, if you give somebody this glass and you didn't know what it was, I think they would think they were getting a glass of wine.
I'm kind of pissed about the whole carbonation thing. I think it goes back to some of the other stuff that we had previously. It's like where the lack of carbonation kind of kills the beer.
I don't know, we'll have to try this. We'll have to see how it goes. We haven't tasted it yet.
I know, but
So-
still, like that's kind of killing my expectations a little bit now.
It does kind of, because the one we had at the...
There's the Malma Brewing Company, Chatopolis, yeah.
It was definitely so much potential, but it just died on the
but it just fell
palate.
flat because of the lack of carbonation.
Yeah, it was just watery because of the lack of carbonation. But who
I
knows?
wouldn't go as far as say watery, but sure.
Well, I'm gonna go that far. Because I don't really remember that well. It's been a few weeks and a few beers since then. But I just remember it just dying on the palate and just getting
Exactly.
nothing back.
Yeah.
But this one I have higher expectations for.
Me too.
This is probably one of our most reviewed beers. It is a 4 on Untappd with 1,600 reviews.
Yep.
And let's just give it a little smell here.
A little whiff.
Yeah, just Brett and
Brett and wine.
Brett and wine. That's all I'm getting off of this.
Yeah.
So that's.
I'm really not getting many of the oaky characteristics from the smell.
Well, see, it's the wine smell is reminding me of a Chardonnay, which in and of itself has a kind of oaky quality to it. Just put my nose in it, so that's good.
Yep, so right.
Go. Let's try it. That is not uncarbonated.
No.
That is very pleasantly carbonated. Really just light little tingliness on the tongue.
It just looks completely flat in the glass,
Yeah.
but once you get it in your mouth, it kind of like activates all of those little nucleation points on your tongue.
Yeah, and you give it a little swirl, it does.
It carves out quite nicely.
Yeah. You get a little bit of a foam on there, so there is some foam in it. Man, that is, for me, this is what the Chautauquas was trying to be.
Yeah.
But because it didn't have any of the carbonation, it just missed it completely.
Yeah.
I really like this. It's got
It's a really pleasant beer.
yeah, a lot of playfulness in it. If you like beers with some winey notes to them, I think this is really gonna hit the spot.
And I think also if you're one of those people who say I don't like beer, but if you drink wine, then I think this is a perfect entry into like finding new beer styles, or finding beer that you actually like. It's just like people say, like if someone says I don't like beer, I always say, well, you haven't tasted the beer that you like yet.
Right, because there's so many styles. There's so
Exactly.
many different. Like, it's so funny. My mom, who doesn't like beer, she'll try every beer that I have. She'll try it. And she'll always make this face like she's eating a lemon or something. It's just like, ooh. But I think she might like this because it does have these extremely like sweet Chardonnay notes, and the finish is just this kind of pleasant, sour, oaky mouthfeel. I really like this. And again, I think this is a good example of what you can do with these kind of fermented wild ales.
Yes.
And the carbonation's just spot on, really what you want to see out of it.
I was really surprised when I had a swig of it that it actually carved up that nicely in your mouth.
Yeah,
because it looks completely flat.
Because the glass looks so flat, and there's no bubbles in it hardly at all, like you would expect. It's so clear; it's just crystal clear. To see through it. It really does look like Chardonnay. But it's just got that extra little bubbly notes that help bring out some of the citrus and effervescence of the beer.
So I think on the backbone of not liking beer, I think there's an interesting subject to actually kind of approach a little bit, which is okay. So for example, you have a beer style that you don't particularly enjoy.
Right. So like say a pumpkin ale.
Yeah. For example, a pumpkin ale.
Pumpkin ale.
So you know that you don't like this style. You drink it out at a bar.
Yeah.
You have your Untapped application.
Yeah.
Will you put a rating on that beer?
Yes.
Yes?
I will.
Even though you know you don't appreciate style.
Right, because I can, I've been reviewing things for a long time. So I've for 15 years, I've reviewed movies and CDs and books and stuff. And even though I may not appreciate something, I can get beyond myself a little bit and evaluate it for the style that it is. So, and I can also kind of look. And so I know going in, like say a beer style I may not like I don't like coconut porters. But if I find a coconut porter that's got like a 4.5 on rated, well, I probably won't give it a 4.5. I'll probably evaluate it outside of my general taste.
Yeah.
And say, all right, well, okay, I still don't like this style, and this is the better version of this style that I'm going to try probably. This style just isn't something I really ever need to drink again, but I can appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah. So you can objectively appreciate the style.
I can objectively appreciate something even though I may not subjectively like it.
Yeah. So I think you're probably a exception from the rule then.
Yeah, I don't think most people do that. I think most people just
Yeah.
go, I just don't like this. This sucks.
Yeah.
And there are some cases where I can be very subjective and go, I just hate this beer, and everyone else just loves it. I can't remember. There's something I had not long ago where I was like, I hate this. And it got just great reviews. I think it was Pizza Port maybe had a double IPA. And maybe it was
Cook?
Cook.
K-O-O-K?
Yeah. I absolutely hated their double IPA.
Really?
It's got very good reviews.
Yeah.
And it's just that malty sweetness that, and it's just like, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't think I like double IPAs.
You maybe didn't get it fresh enough.
And I just I've tried so many good ones now that I'm like, oh no. I know what it is that I'm looking for in a double IPA that just wasn't getting from these other versions of that.
But so would you say that is a problem out of a double IPA standpoint, or out of a subjective, like, you don't want this in a double IPA?
I think that's a subjective thing. I think it's like when I try double IPA, I want it to have these notes. I want it to taste it this way. If it doesn't have that, then I'm not going to like it very much.
But would you still put a rating on it then?
Yeah, no, I still because at the end of the day, it's all subjective.
Yep.
And no matter what you put down, it's always subjective. Just like I judge something a 4 and you give it a 3.75.
Yeah.
It's still subjective. It's still based on my personal taste. Maybe something has higher notes or hits me in a certain way or triggers an emotional center in my brain that it doesn't trigger for you. So at the end of the day, everything is always subjective. But so that's why you have, some beers that get like a half a star, and then somebody else tries it and they give it like 4.5. It's just, maybe one guy got it on a bad day and it was a bad tap, and another person got it on a great day and was having a wonderful experience and tried some other things and complimented it.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of things that can go into that. But yeah, I try to be pretty objective when I try things, and not just what is my personal preference, but what is it that this beer is
appreciate it for the style.
Right. So just like when I watch a movie, sometimes I can appreciate a movie because within its subject, it's a really good example of that kind of film, whether or not I really appreciate it. Like whether or not it's really my style. Like I don't really like period dramas in films. I can appreciate the 90s version of Sense and Sensibility or Remains of the Day because it's a really good film. Whether or not I really liked it, it's not relevant to the...
I think that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
But basically, I know I don't like mole stouts. We've been over this.
Yeah.
So, but I wanted to try it again.
Yeah.
And it was a while back. I believe it was the Hoppapalooza Festival as well. And it was the Nerd Brewing Mole Index Out of Bounds that we had in the last episode. But we didn't have the mole version in the last episode, but we had the regular vanilla one. But I tried it, and I just hated it because I don't like mole stouts. So what I did was I checked it in on tap, but I didn't give it a rating just because I know I don't appreciate that style. So I don't want to bring the brewery rating down because I'm aware of that it is a style I don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the angle that I want to get at.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, like when Memo Brewing had the Olympic release, they had a coconut Olympic on there. And again, I just don't like coconut beers because they usually remind me of suntan lotion.
Yeah.
And even the best ones still kind of remind me of suntan lotion. It's like a fake essence of coconut flavor and not really coconut flavor. But I thought that was a really good coconut beer.
That was when it tasted like a Bounty bar.
It tasted like a Bounty bar. And I don't like coconut candy bars either. So it wasn't like it was...
What is wrong with you?
I know. So it wasn't like it was like high praise or something, but I just thought, as an example of coconut beer, this is about as good as I'm probably going to find. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. I would try it again. It doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and suddenly love coconut beers.
No.
Like pumpkin beers. Oh my God, they are just.
I hate them.
They are just the worst thing ever. I have yet to have a pumpkin beer that I think is drinkable. They're just horrible
beverages.
Abominations of beer. They should just go away. whole hog. I would not mourn their loss. But that being said, I think there is still potential for a good pumpkin beer. I think that if you got away from the pumpkin spice flavor and just focused on like a vegetable pumpkin beer, like use it as a brewing agent, like a traditional.
You could use it in the mash.
Like use it in the mash, like they used to back in the day. I think there's still potential to make a really good pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
And then you can accent with maybe a little bit of cinnamon, but you don't need cinnamon and nutmeg and pumpkin pie spice and everything else that you throw in there to create this, the semblance
concoction
of a pumpkin pie.
of shit.
Right. So you're not going for a pumpkin beer, they're going for a pumpkin pie beer.
Yeah.
And that's a different thing, and that's why I have a problem with pumpkin ales.
Gotcha.
And that's why I don't like them either.
Yeah. And that's why you rate them really low.
I try to be objective. I really do. So I tried Pumpkin King last week at Brewdog, which is their pumpkin beer.
Oh, yeah.
And it was horrible. I mean, it was still like just a really, again, pumpkin spiced beer and not a pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
And I think there's a huge difference between the two things.
Very well might be. We're not that huge into the whole pumpkin scene here.
Thank God.
So
I'm glad that's one trend that is not hit Sweden.
Yeah. So I don't have that much experience with pumpkin spice versus pumpkins or different types of pumpkins or whatever.
So my friends that do Brew Bloods podcast, I highly recommend checking them out. They're a lot of fun. They keep telling me they're going to send me a Pumpkinator, which is a St. Arnold's beer, and it's one of the highest rated. It's got like a 4 point something on Untappd rating for a pumpkin beer. So holding out hope, man.
So we're going to be really objective about that.
We're going to be objective as hell, and we're going to try that damn thing.
We're going to be our objectivist.
And I'm really having high hopes for that. So.
Well, don't get your hopes up, buddy.
Dude, I'm there for it.
You're psyched up.
I believe it they can do. I believe they can do
I can see it on you.
It is all there, man. I'm ready to go. All right, so
it's a really interesting subject. So
back to Monkish and Olivia. I'm gonna go. I'm 4.5 on this. I really love this.
Oh, holy crap! 4.5.
4.5.
Damn, son.
This is high water mark for this style. It is everything I want it to be, basically. The only thing I think is missing is it could be a little more dominant in flavors.
Yeah.
I think they could punch up the oakish notes and bring out more of the a little bit more bread even. I think it would be perfect. But I really like this. It's got the effervescent bubbliness that I really want from something like this. It's very drinkable. It tastes great.
Yeah.
Less filling. I 4.5. Yeah.
I think it's more because you're more into wine as well than I am.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm probably right around a like 3.75-4.
Wow, you're going.
I know.
Much lower than me on this.
I know. Well, I'm doing the class 0.5 lower, right?
Yeah.
Or 0.75 if you.
Well, that is true.
Whichever.
You're dropping much lower than me.
Whichever.
Yeah, but you were very hyped for Monkish. So is
I know.
Monkish feeling an overhyped brewery at this point? Or are you thinking it's,
I think we just have to get some of their IPAs to try.
Okay. Well, if anybody wants to do a bottle trade with us,
Yeah, exactly.
Just some Monkish IPAs, we'll be glad to do that. We have a few things here.
Hit us up on our Instagram or Facebook, and we'll sort that shit out.
We will definitely do this. Oh yeah. Don't forget, we have Instagram and Facebook, so check those out. We forgot to mention that in the show last episode. Okay, so
we need to get some Monkish IPAs.
We need to try some Monkish IPAs.
Yes.
So 3.75 for you, 4.5 for me.
Well, somewhere in the land of 3.754, which is not possible.
Pick a number.
I mean, I still like it, so it's a 4, right?
All right, so 4?
Yeah, so 4.
Right, so
I mean, I would have wished for a little bit more acidity because I mean, I love the sour beers, and same as you, I would have loved for a bit more of the oakish notes, right?
But this isn't billing itself really as a sour beer, though. I mean,
it's calling itself a sour ale, right?
No, wild ale.
Oh, wild ale.
Wild ale. So it's not selling itself as a sour. The sour ale. No. This would be a travesty. But it's not a sour ale.
Joke's on me.
Yep.
I still like it.
Yeah, it's still good. Still high rated. Cheers. Okay, moving on. We're going long this episode because we got sidetracked.
No, because we're excite-tracked.
We are going for the Stronzo Coffee Badger.
So excited.
Yes, this is from 2013. It is a Stronzo is a brewery that went bankrupt in 2014.
2014, yeah.
Yeah. So this came out a year before they went bankrupt. It's not common to find these days. And,
But I think Beardage is actually one of the pubs that has like the biggest selection of bottles of Stronzo left.
probably the only place that has bottles of
Exactly.
Stronzo left, maybe.
I mean, you can still find the EBC 1000 Batch 1 Coffee Badger like we just got here.
Wow.
I mean, stuff like that you do not come by that often.
No.
Or basically never.
Yeah, this one's really, really hard to find these days. In fact, it gets a 4 on Untappd out of 83 reviews, so...
It was really rare to begin with.
Yeah, it's pretty rare to begin with. So we are...
But that is... So, the 83 reviews is on the vintage version on Untappd.
Okay, so there's more on the regular version? Or?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
The unvintaged check-in is probably a lot more.
They were a Danish brewery. Do we know why they went bankrupt?
I don't know the details, so let's not get into that stuff.
You should know these things.
I know, I should.
You have your
I should.
pulse firmly on the finger
I know.
of the Scandinavian brewery community. Anyway, this is 17.5%, so
Yep.
wow, this is going to hurt.
So, holy crap.
So Coffee Badger is a double imperial espresso honey stout, and I just want to read read a little bit from the bottle label here. It says, the Coffee Badger has no regard for any other beer whatsoever. What you like, fizzy yellow lager and big black beers make you cry? That's nasty. Coffee Badger don't care. It's gonna smack you up. Coffee Badger doesn't give a shit.
So it's kind of a relation back to the viral Honey Badger, video.
Don't care. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little afraid with this one. It's
So we're gonna go into look at that sleepy fuck state afterwards.
yeah, we're gonna be pretty haggard after this thing. Yeah, 17.5%. This is one of our highest beers we've ever ABV beers we've tried on the show.
I think it is the highest ABV beer we've had.
Yeah, and so you've had this before, and
I've had it, I think, like 2 or 3 times.
all right, so
It's
so
great.
You're pretty excited about this.
I'm always excited
about
about
coffee. For sure.
It smells heavy of coffee.
Yeah, definitely the espresso.
But
is coming through.
it's really a lot of like for me it's the kind of old coffee sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think when it's this intense, it kind of works.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. This has an expiration date of
2018, right?
Yeah, November 2018. So we're getting this just a little bit, a year.
We're getting it a little bit too fresh.
Yeah, 2 years before its expiration date. And as we discussed this before, it's an arbitrary date anyway. So
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. The smell very coffee.
The density on that thing is just immense.
That is thick.
That's what she said.
Yep. Try taking a moment to absorb this. This is
I think the funny thing about it is that the coffee smell is not at all like the coffee taste.
no.
It's completely different. Like the taste of the coffee is really, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's subtle, but it's just really nicely balanced for the 17.5%, which you cannot detect at all.
No, this is light coffee heat. I mean, it's
Yeah.
going to be light alcohol heat. You can definitely.
I mean, it's got less alcohol heat than the index out of bounds we had last episode.
Yeah, definitely. The 11.6% index out of bounds was much more.
I wouldn't say much, but it had.
Compared to this is really,
Compared to this, yes.
really smooth, really light, really.
It also has had an additional 3 years to balance out.
Sure. It has had a few years to mellow. This was a really great coffee flavor, dry, bitter, just a rich sweetness in the aftertaste from the honey parts. just coats them
I
out.
really love this thing.
Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful beer.
Yeah.
We picked 2 winners this episode. I couldn't be more pleased with this. It's
Like
just
we
a shame.
said, the bottle selection at Beer Ditch is absolutely fantastic.
The only thing I feel bad is that people listening to this episode that don't live in the area will not be able to try this beer because this is so freaking good.
Well, we're basically going to empty the shelves now from different Badger versions.
Yeah. Wow. It is so smooth and so rich.
And so strong.
And so strong. So, anything else you would say about?
If you see it, get it.
If you can find, actually, honestly, I think I'm like most things by Stronzo. I was really sad when I heard that they had gone under because they were doing really, really good things. And they had a lot of potential behind them.
I would say a lot of most of their dark stuff was
Really good.
really fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you still want to get Stronzo's Imperial Stouts, I mean, I think this is the only place that you could probably get them.
Yeah. Well, it's turning a little louder in here. It's starting to fill up, so we're gonna sign off at this point. What do you give this?
This is a 4.5, 4.75 for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna go 4.75 as well.
Yeah.
This is
Absolutely fantastic. And
really,
it's also
really-
it's also just objectively and subjectively for this style, it's just amazing how to get a 17.5% stout to not taste anything of alcohol and still keep it this balanced.
Yeah, it's really amazing. It kind of reminds me of how on the Polo they hit some really high alcohol percentages, but yet you just don't feel that. You just get this rich, incredible flavor out of it.
Yeah.
And normally I'm not big on honey beers, but this is just a solid beer. I can't imagine something much better than this. If this was barrel aged, I think that would be probably
This in a bourbon barrel?
Yeah.
I'd kill for that.
yeah. Let's just dump this into a bourbon barrel and then come back to it.
Yes.
Because this is hands down just extraordinary.
All right. And to get on a high note.
Yes, so again, check out our Facebook page and subscribe to us. Hopefully we'll be on iTunes soon. I submitted a couple of weeks ago and we still aren't in there, but coming soon.
Instagram as well.
Instagram, that's
What's
where
on Tap podcast.
we post all of our photos of the places we visit and the beers we drink. And of course our website, What's on Tap podcast. Until next time, enjoy your beers.
And also, if you have any monkish IPAs you want to send over,
Yes.
fucking do
And
it.
again, yeah, we will do bottle trades. We have access to a lot of European stuff. So,
Belgian lambics.
yeah, Belgian lambics, really not hard to get. You want Italian beers? We can get those pretty easily these days. There's some really interesting things coming out of Spain. Honestly, the Swedish and Norwegian and Danish
The
beers.
Danish stuff. Ale Farm.
Ale Farm is incredible. Amager does amazing stuff. Of course, Keller, Tool, always hitting it out of the park. A lot of rare stuff you can't get outside of Denmark. But yeah, just we're open to bottle trades if you're interested in trading with us, and we'll be glad to review those beers on the show and give you credit for what you send us.
Maybe we'll even shout out your Instagram name.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Next time.